talked on this show about how many pieces of legislation are called the opposite of what they actually are. For example, the Inflation Reduction Act, which actually increased inflation. This time, I'd like to propose a simple common sense solution to getting things done in Congress. I call it one bill, one subject. I can't remember in my lifetime a bill that didn't have many unrelated things tacked onto it. For instance, let's pretend there is a bill before Congress to make it illegal for families to have more than 2 dogs. And we'll call it the 2 Dogs Bill. Just from the name, most people would understand what the bill is about and probably already know how they feel about it and whether or not they're for it. It would fly through Congress. So simple. No questions. I like it or I don't. The problem in Washington is that a simple one-subject bill can never pass. Why? Because our legislators like to play this little game. It goes like this. If you want me to vote for your 2 Dogs bill, then you'll have to tack on wordage that funds a new park in my hometown, or a subsidy for shoemakers, etc. This is how things get added to bills that have nothing to do with the original intent. If the proposer of the original bill really wants it to pass and really needs the vote, they add the nonsensical items to the bill. And as we know, there are legislators in Washington who never read the bills they vote on. So they don't even realize that when they vote on the 2 Dogs bill, that they're also voting on subsidies for shoemakers and a new park in Prescott, Arizona. The uncommon sense solution is one bill, one subject. All of these tack-ons to bills can actually cause it not to pass. When some legislators actually read the whole piece of legislation and make public what all is in it that has nothing to do with the original subject, what happens is some legislators will say, "Oh, hold on a minute, I was going to vote for the 2 Dogs bill, but I will not vote for a subsidy for shoemakers." The end result can be that the bill is rewritten several times trying to appease the objectionable parts, and it still may not pass because it wasn't just about one subject. A good example of this was the Border Security Act. It did include some things that were supposed to secure the border, but it also included a lot of tack-ons, things that had nothing to do with the border. If someone heard the name of the bill and was told that it included several things that might help secure the border, they would say, "Yeah, I'll vote for that. That's a great idea." But it did not pass because a lot of legislators actually read the whole bill and saw so many things that were not even remotely related to the border. And what is worse, it clearly stated that the government could allow up to 2 million illegal immigrants into the country before having to take any action. And that definitely is not securing the border. The whole idea of tack-ons is to hide from the public appropriations for things that the legislators know the public and other legislators would never vote for. This kind of deceit needs to be eliminated from the lawmaking process, and all it takes to do that is uncommon sense.